Hey guys, welcome to lesson 4, where we're going to talk about graphing linear functions, and we're specifically going to talk about graphing in point-slope form. So you guys are familiar with slope-intercept form, and that's where you have y equals mx plus b. So this is a form that everybody's pretty comfortable with. So when it's in this form, you're going to start right here and you're going to graph the y-intercept. So that's the first thing that you need to know. So the y-intercept right here is 1. So we're going to plot that right there on the y-axis. And then the second thing is we need to use this kind of as our jumping off point, and we're going to use the slope. So the slope is the next thing. So the slope is right there. And so in this case, the slope is positive. So we're going to go up to, so this tells you to go up or down, and it really doesn't matter, just whatever you want. Because this is a positive slope, we want the look to end up like that. So if I went up 2 and I went this way 3, do you see how that's going to give me a positive slope? That's what I want. But if you make a mistake and go this way 3, do you see how that would give you a negative slope? So we don't want that. So it's okay to like make a mistake. Just know at the end of the day that you want this slope to be going uphill. And our last step is we're going to just connect the dots and kind of be intentional about this. Like we want to not only connect the dots, but we want to put the arrows at the end because it does go on forever and ever. Okay, so we're just going to practice graphing these. And here's the thing, like we need to get it in y equals mx plus b form first. So like in this case, this negative 2x, I don't want that over there. So I'm going to add 2x, and I'm just going to kind of clean it up. So I'm going to say y is equal to 2x plus 4. And again, I want to put this 2x in front of the 4 because I want it to be like mx plus b. Okay, so I'm going to start with the 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And notice if I go up 2, I'm going off the graph, which is okay. It's going to end up like somewhere over here. But you can also feel free to go down 2. 1, 2, over 1. 1, 2, over 1. Anything that's going to make that slope go in a positive direction, make that slope look, look positive. Okay, let's do another one. So this one, I'm going to have to really do a lot of work. So the first thing I'm going to do is subtract the 6x, but I still have a 2 in front of that y, which I don't like. And so I'm going to divide by 2, and I'm going to get y is equal to negative 3x plus 5. So I'm going to start up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And when it's a whole number, make it into a fraction. Usually fractions are not fun, but in this case, it's kind of helpful. So we're going to go down 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go this direction now. Do you see how that's going to make it go downhill? So again, as soon as I see that this is a negative, I know it has to look like this. If it's a positive, it's going to go uphill. Okay, so let's see, I'm going to connect the dots and draw my arrows at the end. These two are weird because we can't really put it in y equals mx plus b form. Anytime you have an x equals, it's going to be a vertical line, and anytime you have a y equals, it's going to be a horizontal line. So what always helped me is I think about, okay, I'm going to go over negative 3 on the x-axis. So you know how you do the little ticks, like 1, 2, and then I'm just going to make a big tick, and that helps me like draw my line like that. So like this one, I'm going to draw tick 1, and it's going to go like that. Okay, so now we're going to transition over to a different form that you might not be as comfortable with. Maybe you've never even played around with it before, but it's really, really helpful for a lot of different reasons. So this is called point slope form, and you always need 2 things to write a line. You need either a slope and a point, and we just saw that, right? We just saw that, well, I mean, kind of with the y-intercept, that's a point. And then so your point, you just jump off of it, or you need 2 points, and you can get the slope from there. So this is really helpful, and it's just a weird form. And so just know that like this is like just get to know this form. It's helpful. Okay, so the formula is going to be y minus y1 is equal to mx minus x1. And so this really deals with, I mean, we could do both of these, but like at its very basic level, it's like this one. So I'm going to show you how easy it is. So what if I have a point and a slope and I have to write an equation for it? Well, this is my x and this is my y. So I'm going to put this in for x1 and y1. So I'm going to say y minus, let's see, -4 is equal to my slope, 1/2 x minus 3. Okay, when you have a y minus a negative, that's really going to become a y plus 4. So I'm just going to clean that up. But other than that, that's all you have to do. And so the way this is written, these minuses, just always think the opposite. So notice like my x here, because that's a +3, it was x minus 3, and this was the -4, so it ended up being y plus 4. So that's always going to be the case. Is just think opposite on those, and this is really pretty easy. Okay, so let's go on to the next page. So write the equation of a line with a slope of 2 containing a point 1, 4. So I'm literally going to say, and make sure like you don't get these crisscross. So I'm going to say y minus 4 is equal to 2x minus 1. Like that, easy peasy. Let's do the next one. Y minus 3 is equal to -5/2 x plus 2. Okay, so let's talk about what if you don't have a slope? What if you just have 2 points? Totally fine. We are going to use the slope formula. So m equals y minus y over x minus x. And again, don't worry about like direction. I always go from right to left, but you can go from left to right. So I'm going to say -7 minus 3 over 4 minus -1. So it looks like that. So let's see, -7 minus 3 is -10. 4 plus 1 is 5. So my slope ends up being -2. So once you have that, it doesn't matter which of these points you use. So I'm just going to use that one, and I'm just going to plug it in the formula like we have been doing. So I'm going to say y minus 3 is equal to, now I have my slope, -2 x plus 1. You could also, if I wanted to use this point, I could also say y plus 7 equals -2 x minus 4. You just need one of these. It doesn't matter which one you choose. Both will be on my answer keys, so one is not better than the other. Okay, let's go ahead and try B. So if I said -4, let's see, plus 1, and 2 plus 2. And again, it doesn't matter which one you choose. So this one on the left, I'll just say y plus 1 is equal to -3/4 x plus 2. Okay, so what if we don't have an equation, we just have a graph? How would we do that? Well, the first thing we have to do is identify the points. Okay, really, you just need 1 point. So let's see, this one, I'm going to take this top one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So -5, -2. I'm going to totally use that point. You can use this point down here, it doesn't matter. And then we're going to find the slope. So the slope, I'm going to do rise over run. So I went down 1 and over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and something else I noticed from the very get-go is that is going to be a negative. So my slope is -1/4. Okay, so we have our two pieces, so I'm just going to put it into point slope form. So I'm going to say y plus 2 is equal to -1/4 x plus 5, like that. Okay, and let's go ahead and find the equations of these two lines. So I'm going to use this one just because it's maybe a little different. So -1, -2, -3. So I'm going to use the -3, 0. So on this one, since your y is 0, I'm not going to say y minus 0. I can just keep it y. And then let's see, I'm going to go up. So let's see, up 2 and over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, and it's a positive slope. So I'm going to say 2/5 x plus 3. That one. And again, you could use this point too. It doesn't matter. Okay, for this one doesn't give you dots, but I like that there. Well, let's do this one because we haven't done an x yet. So for this one, I would say y minus 4 is equal to, and I notice I have another positive slope. I went up 2 and over 1. And I'm going to say x minus 0, but really I don't need parentheses for that. So I'm just going to say y minus 4 is equal to 2x. And then, guys, if you had to put this in a slope-intercept form, really it's not too bad. Like, you just would, like, add the 4 over, and it'd be like y equals 2x plus 4. Like that. So either, like, both of these are describing the same line. So it doesn't really matter, like, which one you do unless the test or, whatever you're doing is requesting that. Okay, so now we're going to go the other direction. We're going to graph a line. So I'm going to start at this point. So -2, 1, 2, 3. And notice that this is negative. So I know I'm going downhill. So I'm going to go down 1 and over 1, 2, 3, 4. Down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Or I could go up 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and then I'm just going to graph my line. Okay, let's do another one. Ooh, so this one is in point slope form. So you need to figure out, okay, you need to kind of think backwards. Like, we talked about putting in the point slope form, but how can you get information out of point slope form? So let's see, my point would be opposite of this, so 1, 2, and my slope is 3. So find the slope, find the point, and then we're going to graph it. So it's just like what it is before. So let's see, 1, 2, and then if there's not a fraction, we're going to make it a fraction. 1, 2, 3, over 1. We go down 1, 2, 3, over 1, down 1, 2, 3, over 1, down 1, 2, 3, over 1. Oh, that looks terrible, sorry. But it looks something like that. Okay, so we're going to practice this. I know that my point is 3, -4, so I'm going to start there. And then I'm going to go up 2 and over 1, 2, 3, or down 2 over 1, 2, 3. Okay, this one, my point is -4, 5. And I'm going to go down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Down 1 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And it looks like that. And that's it, guys.